Test, testing. 1, 2. All right. What am I forgetting to do? I know I'm forgetting to do something right now. What? I don't know. But no, I don't need to see this. Off. What's up? What's up, Eric? What's up, Toby? Crunchyroll down. That sucks for anime fans. Can you hear me? What's up? You want music or something? Hey, no, I'm just in the I don't think I even have. Let me see something real quick. No, I'm not. I don't have music going. I should though. Oh, Crunchyroll is trending. Is that why? Because it's is it trending because it's down? Okay, that's not gonna work. I need to let's move this over here for now. And then let's change the font to be, let's make font. I'm gonna do it. One of these days, I'm gonna nail down this chat exactly how I want it to look visually. But until then, I'm gonna be random as hell. That look okay. Do you have a problem with Tweety making a big deal over stuff? I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's go back to imp. Let's go. I'll do impact. That works for me. What up, guys? Did you watch Across the Spider-Verse? I did. It was, without question, one of the best movie experiences I've had. And it might be the greatest animated movie ever made. It's that good. Stylistically, it's amazing. The visual direction, all the work that went into that movie visually, it's pretty impressive. Like, I can't complain at all. Sony Animation is killing it. It was spectacular. They need to give them more stuff to do. Honestly, it was great. It was a visual masterpiece for sure. I have a soft spot for Cinder from RWBY, by the way, because of how hard she tries. Yeah, she uses people, but as a villain, she isn't bad. She's a decent. That is a take, my friend, about Cinder. That is a take. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you like Cinder. Cinder is the worst character in the show for me. She's the worst in the entire show for me, but that's just me. I'm not no freaking guru in terms of what's good and what's not. If you like Cinder, great. I'm happy for you. I cannot bring myself to like that character because I'm not a fan of her direction and the writing. Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse was a masterpiece. It was truly a masterpiece. It was better than the first one. If the third one is just as good as the second one, then the Spider-Verse will overtake Toy Story as the best animated franchise. I've always said that Toy Story was the best in terms of quality from 1, 2, 3, and even 4 is good. But if Across the Spider-Verse, well, if Beyond the Spider-Verse comes out next year and is just as good as this one, It is the best animated franchise ever. It's that good. Have you heard of a series called Bleach? I've seen every Bleach episode that was out a few back in the day, so I've seen them all. Do I remember everything in the anime? No, 'cause I watched all the episodes a long time ago. But yes, I've seen Bleach. I know what Bleach is, and I did enjoy Bleach when I watched it. Who's your favorite RWBY villain? Who is my favorite RWBY villain? I haven't the faintest idea. Let's see. Not Cinder, not Neo. Watts, I guess. Yeah, Watts or maybe Tyrion. One of those two. Maybe Watts. I'll say Watts for now. Give me some ideas of people, because right now I'm drawing a blank. I just know it's not Cinder, Neo, or Salem. So Watts and Tyrion, probably. I do know that this will be the best Spider-Man trilogy ever. I agree. I think it will. I think that they worked on both movies at the same time. I'm confident the third one will be just as good as the second one, if not better. And the way it ended, I'm very excited that it's Sony Animation. You're the impressive, beautiful movie. Looks amazing. You can go back and watch that movie over and over again and see some new stuff every time. Perfect. Damn near perfect movie. Great. What about Roman? Roman Torchwick, he was taken out in Volume 3. He's all right. He's okay. I don't have no issues or problems with Roman, but he's not my favorite for sure. Not my favorite. Completely unrelated. Have you watched Star Wars Andor? I have. Star Wars Andor is great. It's one of the best pieces of Star Wars content ever. It probably has the best writing, not probably, it's the best written Star Wars content. It's great. Andor is great. Is it my favorite Star Wars? Probably not. It's up there. I still probably will rank Dave Filoni's Star Wars above that. So I like the Clone Wars animated series and the stories within the animated realm. I think I like it a little bit more because it has that Star Wars magic that Dave Filoni brings in there from his days working with George Lucas. Got that magic in there, you know, from just that nice touch. He leans onto the Force and all that. Just got that special touch Dave Filoni has, but it's up there. It's probably Andor and Dave Filoni, and Andor is like up there. I'm looking forward to Ahsoka. I think that'd be the best of both worlds. Bringing his animation sensibilities and his storytelling from the animation, bring it into live action with Ahsoka. I think it's going to be great. I'm very much excited for that. But yes, Andor is very good. I love Andor. It's probably the best of the, probably overtaking Mandalorian as the best Star Wars live action stuff on Disney Plus for sure. For sure. Hey Vex, what's up? What's up? Do you play Call of Duty? I used to play Call of Duty religiously, and then I stopped a while ago. So not anymore, but my brother still does. My older brother still does. But I stopped playing like a few years back. Honestly, I want the stream to be on this side. Problem is, because this window, I might change my streaming location so the window is in here. That would mean I have to do some rearranging in my apartment. But I'll keep it over on this side for now. Kind of want it on the left side. Oh well. What are your thoughts about Super Smash Brothers Brawl story? I have no thoughts on that, unfortunately. Yeah, I can see why people like Clone Wars better. Dave Filoni has his own style. He's also responsible for Rebels. And then Rebels Ahsoka will lead right into Rebels. Well, Rebels will lead right into Ahsoka. So Ahsoka is basically season 5 of the animated series Rebels. So if you're gonna watch Ahsoka live action, you should probably watch Rebels because the story is gonna pick up right where that series ended with Ezra and Thrawn. So I would suggest you just binge watch Rebels right before Ahsoka comes out. That way, you can probably watch Ahsoka without it. But I like people to have the best experience. I want people to enjoy the content they watch. So I would strongly suggest that you do watch Rebels. That way you're on the same wavelength with everyone else. Everyone else freaking out on the internet when they see Zeb and Hera and Sabine, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I get it now. I get why those people are excited because I watched Rebels and I know the context and I know these characters as well. And I'm also excited. So go ahead and watch. You can go ahead and binge watch Rebels. There's some stuff you can skip, I'm sure. Maybe there's some filler episodes in there, but for the most part, watch Rebels. Then you enjoy Ahsoka when it comes out. I'm definitely PlayStation over Xbox. Literally have my PlayStation 5 hooked up to this TV over here that I don't play enough. Are you a fan of Marvel or DC? I'm a fan of both. I'm more a Marvel fan, which is funny because I grew up on DC more than Marvel. I grew up on Batman animated series, Justice League animated series, but then I also grew up on Spider-Man animated series and X-Men. So kind of both. I love both growing up, but I've enjoyed the MCU more than DC content. Speaking of DC content, The Flash might be in trouble considering all I heard from everyone on the internet was that was going to be $1 billion movie and Flash is going to make all the monies. Now it turns out people are just conditioned to not care too much about DC right now. But now it's underperforming at the box office. It's like making like what, 70 million, around 70 million this weekend, which is low. So yeah, I don't know what DC's going to do, but they are in trouble. People are being very picky about what they see in the theaters. People have a lot of stuff to watch. I mean, all these damn streaming services. You got Netflix, you got your Apple, you have your Disney Plus, you got your Peacock, you got all this stuff to watch available at your fingertips. And you want people to go out to the theaters to watch your content, watch your films, then, well, you're going to have to bring something more to the table than what they've seen from DC. Because even if the movie is good, they're conditioned to not care. They're conditioned to think that the movies are going to be bad and convoluted. But not rushing out to see The Flash. Doesn't matter. You can throw Michael Keaton in there. You can throw whatever you want into God. You can throw whatever you want into these damn movies. Right now in their minds, DC not that good. I can pass on it. So they're not rushing to go see it. So they better. I don't know what James Gunn's going to do. James Gunn is going to have to. He's going to have to do a more clean slate, which they can do now with that Flash movie. I haven't seen The Flash yet, but apparently, if it's Flashpoint, they can use that to rewrite the universe. They need to start clean slate. Just let it go. Let all of them go. Let Ezra Miller go. Let all these characters go. Start with a new Superman. Put clean slate. The first movie, Superman. Then you can go into Batman. But start with the Superman being the start of your franchise. Start fresh. It made like 9 million on Thursday, which is low. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp made 17. So you can think about that gulf. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Have you heard what an actress from Fast and Furious said about MCU? That woman got some serious balls. People take shots about the MCU all the time, so it's not surprising. But I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you hear about the new Spider-Man show coming out next year? I have not. What Spider-Man show? Is it animated? Is it live action? I would assume it's animated because if it was live action, I would have heard about it. Have you heard it only? Yeah, I read that one. Do you think Rooster Teeth's writing is worse than the Reams? I have no idea. I'm not sure. Are you? What are my thoughts on religion? I'll leave that alone. But I used to be more religious than I am now. But I'll leave the religion talk alone for now. Not hiring a multi-offending criminal also helps. Oh, you mean Ezra Miller? Here's the thing about Ezra Miller. The average, when we live on the internet, we live in a bubble. on the internet, especially if we're in film Twitter or anime Twitter or cartoon Twitter, we think that more people know what's going on because we see it all the time on the online. The average person has no idea about Ezra Miller. The average person does not know who Ezra Miller is. If I were to pick up my cell phone, call my brother right now and say, hey, bro, you know who Ezra Miller is? He will have no clue. And he watches superhero movies. He goes to the theater. He watches these commercials. He knows what's going on for the most part within the superhero realm. He has no idea who the hell Ezra Miller is. These people, the average Joe and Jan that goes to the theaters, do not know who these people are. This movie is not failing because Ezra Miller news is all up within the average moviegoer's mind. Like, oh no, I'm not gonna watch that movie. It's failing because people are just not interested in the franchise. There's a small segment of people online that may affect, Ezra Miller may affect, but most people don't even know who that is. Most people don't know who's filming these movies, don't know these actors' name. They don't know who the hell is directing these stuff. Most people have no idea what's going on. But it's a small fragment of people that care about the Ezra Miller story because they don't even know. Most people don't know what that is. They have no idea what's going on. Hey, what's up? Do you watch anime? Yes, not enough of it, unfortunately. I just finished Mob 100, season 3. I finally caught up on that. Mob 300. Mob 300. I said 300 because it's season 3, 100. Mob 100. It's good. It has a lot of heart. Has a lot of like a coming of age story with reaching out, branching out, self improvement. A lot of hearts, a lot of friendships and relationships and all that fun jazz. It's a good watch. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not my favorite. I think it's okay. There has some really funny episodes here and there, but I just think it's a solid, enjoyable anime with no real stakes. The stakes is more about the relationships that are earned and the character growth and the introspection. That's where the show excels. Not so much any of the action, and that's not. I mean, Mob he's OP, but that's by design. Just like One Punch Man. That is not the point. The point is the character work, the relationships, the heart, the lessons learned. This Mob 100 is a good show for kids to watch. Honestly, you set your kid down, they can watch it, and they can get a lot out of it. A lot of good messaging in there, good stuff. I'm happy I'm finally done with it, and I can move on to something else. Maybe now that I'm done with that, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to catch up on, but I might start on something more fresh, something more relevant. That way I can talk about it while it's still out, and the interest level will be high, but we'll see. Favorite Pokemon? I have not thought about that in a long time. You might have to give me a second on that one. I have no idea. I used to have an answer for you a long time ago, but now I don't. I don't know who my favorite Pokemon is. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to you. Have you ever played a game? Have you ever played a Tales of game? And if so, which one? I have not. Fortunately. Have you read the record of Ragnarök? I have not. Nobody's writing can be worse than Rooster Teeth's, can it? Oh, it can be, for sure. It definitely can. Rooster Teeth, I'm sure, not the worst. Don't have the worst writers in the world. Do you think Andrew Garfield didn't do as well as Spider-Man or as Peter Parker? Andrew Garfield, his Spider-Man was good. His Peter Parker wasn't. That was his problem. He was a believable Spider-Man. He wasn't a believable Peter Parker. He was acting too cool for school with his skateboard and all that stuff. It didn't work. So his Batman fit Batman. His Spider-Man was good. His Peter Parker wasn't. And it's you gotta find a way to get both. You gotta hit both. Just like with Batman. You have to be, some people are good Batman, but not a good Bruce Wayne. The perfect casting is someone who can play both. You play the person in the tights and the human with the tights off. You got to get both of them right. Tom Holland is a good Spider-Man and a good Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield, not so much. Ever watched The Dragon Prince? No, I don't watch anything. Like someone who should be watching a lot of content, I'm behind. I'm behind. I haven't even watched the latest Game of Thrones. I haven't watched you name it. I'm behind. Like I'm behind on everything. All the animes that are recently come out. Only anime that I've watched that is kind of more recent is Chainsaw Man. Besides that, I am behind on just about everything. Are you excited for the Final Fantasy Rebirth? I think I am. I played Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I enjoyed it. So I'll probably play the next one. I'm not exactly sure what the Rebirth is. What is that? A new game? Is it a it's that Final Fantasy VII, right? Rebirth? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I'm not sure. I have to look up that and see if I am excited for that. The Walking Dead. I almost did a video about The Walking Dead not too long ago. Honestly, The Walking Dead is it's a series that I watched and then I jumped off of it. Then I came back and actually finished it and I think it got good again. Here's the thing about Walking Dead. I'm going to do a video on this topic. I still might, but let's talk about Walking Dead. Walking Dead is the prime example of a show that is carrying a network to the point where the network refuses to let it die. Everyone talks about how these streaming services and these networks are cutting shows, not letting these shows have a chance. They are cutting these shows, and they try to make it more political. Like, oh, this is a political thing. No executive with a half a brain is cutting a show that gets views. Okay, the reason why what's the name of that damn show that I did a short on? What's the name? Something. It's like there's a dichotomy in the title. It's like a dichotomy. It's like nurse. Oh, not nurse, but what? Nun. Warrior Nun. There it is. Warrior Nun. Reason why Warrior Nun got canceled because people weren't watching it. The reason why Walking Dead won't die in this freaking 11 seasons of that damn thing is because it was popular. And how do I know how popular it is? It's still going. They still won't let it die. They now have 3 or 4, I think it's 4 shows that are branching off. Like they're like, what's it called? They got one for Daryl, got another one for like Maggie and Negan, got another one called like Fear of the Walking Dead. They won't let the franchise die. They got like 3 spinoffs because it's popular and they can make money off of it. That's as simple as it is. The Walking Dead, I think overall it was a success. It will keep going until they can stop making money. When people stop watching, it'll die. But until then, you'll get like 3 spinoffs for that damn thing. Like SpongeBob, popular animated show that keeps going forever. If the ratings were low, if it dropped off the cliff, they stopped making them, right? Have you ever played any Fire Emblem games? I have not. Well, yeah, well, sure. Like Breaking Bad was probably my favorite show. I didn't watch Better Call Saul, which is weird considering I like Breaking Bad. But yeah, there's other stuff on there. But Walking Dead was a big money maker for them, and they had no reason to cut it as long as the creator wanted to keep it going. And they wouldn't have cut Breaking Bad if the creator wanted to keep going. We had a story he wanted to tell, and it ended. Walking Dead will keep going as long as they can keep it going, and not have these 3 spinoffs that will continue a story different ways because it's a moneymaker for them. Grey's Anatomy, never got into it. Never watched a single episode of Grey's Anatomy. Did you watch the Walking Dead video games? I have not played those. 6 spinoffs? I thought it was like 4. If you include Fear of the Walking Dead, I thought there were like 4 of them. But I'll take your word for it. 6. Yeah, there was a. I think they rose. The bar rose on the Walking Dead series near the end. Like the last 2, I thought were solid, and by then I just had to finish it. I just couldn't let it end without watching it at that point. I've watched that many seasons. I might as well just finish it. And luckily, when I got back into it, the entire thing was already out. So I just binge watched the entire thing. But yeah, there's a lot of weak seasons in there. The way I don't want to spoil anything, but the way they are continuing stories in that thing, I might do a video on this when I get some time. Once they get close to coming out, like one of those series are about to come out, especially the one with freaking Rick. I mean, the way they are going about keeping that character alive so it can tell stories is beyond comical. It's so forced. Like, it's all about making money and trying to make a movie with him at one point, but that ended, and now they're doing a series with Rick and Michonne. It's all like very interesting. Thoughts on the show Velma? I never watched that show. I don't watch anything. I'm behind on everything. Odd Parents, Fairly Odd Parents. It died because the creators left. Yeah. No, did you watch Better Call Saul? Yeah, I heard it was great. I heard it's really good. Better Call Saul is one of those shows that I had on the docket that shows are stacking up, and I'm so far behind that I'll get to it eventually. Let's see. What? Make sure I'm not. Okay. Pop this. All right, cool. What's your favorite Star Wars character and why? What's the worst season of The Walking Dead? I'm not sure. I don't remember which one's the worst. Which horror movie game is your favorite? I don't play horror movie games, honestly. Not because I don't want to. I just never really happened for whatever reason. Why can't anyone in RWBY use the staff to create a box that can send Salem to space? Because then the show will be over. That's the honest reason. The reason why they haven't thought of stuff like that, because if they did that, then there would be no climax, there'd be no conclusion that would be interesting or fun for the viewer. So they have to do stuff like ignoring those type of possibilities to end the show. Which character did you like the most in Breaking Bad? The lead, Heisenberg. Which there's one that I feel like I was going to read and I stopped. Which one was it? Let me see if I can find it. What was it? What was it? It was right around something about Star Wars related. Oh, there it is. From Random Dude. Who's your favorite Star Wars character and why? My favorite Star Wars character, Ahsoka. Because she was well written. I saw her grow up. I saw her character development. She's a badass. She's interesting. She's multifaceted. She's dynamic. And she is the ideal Jedi. That's what she is. She says she's no Jedi, but she is what the Jedi should be. And she is a well-written, developed character. And my second favorite probably be Asajj Ventress. That'd probably be my second favorite character behind us. Okay, let me see where what I was before. What's the worst season of RWBY? The worst season is still Volume 5. It's still the worst thing they have done. The first 2 episodes were good, solid to good, and everything else was god awful. And it's the worst one. It's so bad that they acknowledge that it's bad. That they have openly acknowledged that Volume 5 is bad. But even they know that it was a mistake, and it made them panic and course correct in Volume 6 very, 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 very hard. What is the best Star Wars movie? And why is it Revenge of the Sith? Best Star Wars movie, probably what is my favorite Star Wars movie? Um, you know what? I'll say I don't have a definitive favorite Star Wars movie. It's either Force Awakens. What's up, Murder? It's either hope you're doing well too, brother. Appreciate it. Jumping in. It's either Rogue One, Force Awakens, or Empire Strike Back. One of those three. Which one it is, I'd be lying if I knew definitively. Maybe I need to watch all those movies again to have a clear cut. But my favorite Star Wars content is Clone Wars. The best of Clone Wars. Like, for example, Season 7, the last 4 episodes of Season 7 of the Clone Wars is my favorite Star Wars content. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I enjoy the TV shows more than the movies. Like the TV shows are my Star Wars, Andor, Clone Wars, Rebels, Mandalorian. That's more my Star Wars, more so than the movies. I think I like the TV shows more than I like the films when it comes to Star Wars. I think the animated content in the TV shows made me more a Star Wars fan than the actual movies. Well, usually is the opposite. But for me, it was the animated content and the television shows that made me more of a fan. Before, I was just a casual fan. Now I'm more in the know when it comes to the fandom. And that's because of the shows. Hello there. See you where we. You like Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? I did. The Force Awakens is the best of the sequel trilogies. Curbs. So I like that movie too. One Piece live action trailer. I have not seen the One Piece live action trailer. Did I see the One Piece? I didn't even watch One Piece. I can't even like watch that trailer and have any type of feeling. I never watched that anime. I've never watched One Piece. I never got around to that. Wonder if it's any good. I wonder if I need. I want to get a new camera. I think I'm gonna get a new camera. This this webcam is a good one. It's one of the better webcams out there for YouTube. But I think I want something even more crisp for YouTube, but we'll see. We will see. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Get out of this. Do you have a favorite video game franchise? Probably. I would say. is either Metal Gear or you know what? We'll go Metal Gear for now, and I'll let you know if that changes. If I think of something else, my mind is freaking foggy right now. I'll go with Metal Gear. Live action One Piece. I'm assuming it's a television show. Live action. One Piece is so damn long. For them to cram 100 chapters into a movie, I don't know about that. I'm assuming it's being made by in Japan. Live action. Just watched the new Flash movie. I haven't seen $1 billion odd dollars wasted so badly. Yeah, it got so much hype. The movie got so much hype, and now people are complaining about the third act. They're complaining about the CGI, and now I'm debating if I even go to the damn theater and watch it. Honestly, I don't know. I do not know if I'm going to watch that movie in the theaters. I thought I was, but I might wait till later. Excited for the new Metal Gear 3 remake? Yes, I am. That I'm aware of. And that I am interested in. Nah, fam, the live action One Piece is Netflix of all things. Ay caramba. Netflix? I don't know about that one, Chief. Do I have any siblings? I do. I have one older brother, two older sisters, a younger stepbrother, and a younger brother. So that is 5 in total. 2 older sisters, older brother, younger brother, and a younger stepbrother. That's 5. When did you get into wrestling? I've seen a lot. Tweets regarding WWE. I didn't realize it was something you were followed. How'd you grow up? Yes, I grew up with it. I grew up watching the WWE or WWF at the time, and then I dropped off for like 10 years straight. 10 years flat. Just stopped watching it. Then I was watching, I think it was on Twitter. I was on Twitter, and something was trending. I think it was Bianca Belair. She was trending, or something regarding Bianca Belair. And I clicked on it. I didn't know what the hell it was. I was just screwing around on Twitter. I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. Just screwing around, clicking on random stuff. What's trending? And I saw screwed, crazy. Why did this happen? Ridiculous. They did her dirty, buried. Like, what the hell are they talking about? Like, who got buried? What are they talking about? WWE, when buried means like when someone gets buried, they mean a character or actor playing the character gets screwed over to the point where the character is so irrelevant and not worth your time anymore. And basically, a character that's on the rise in wrestling is now irrelevant and done and buried. The character is now buried. So I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? I went down a rabbit hole and I saw what happened at SummerSlam. I think it was SummerSlam 2021. Bianca Belair was the champion, who was the SmackDown Women's Champion. She walked out there to the ring. She was supposed to face Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Varnado. She's in the Mandalorian. Speaking of Star Wars, Sasha Banks, aka Mercedes Varnado, aka Sasha Banks, was in the Mandalorian. She's supposed to go out there and face Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, we don't know why. I think it was COVID related, but she could not perform that day. So Vince McMahon, old rusty ass Vince McMahon, came up with an idea to send Becky Lynch out there and have Becky Lynch beat Bianca Belair in 26 seconds. It was a squash match. Match starts. He went for a handshake. I can figure out. Let me pull this up. Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, SummerSlam 2021. Go. So here's a quick little thing here. Here we go. Were you angry that Becky? So here's the title here. Why just is this a little janky right now? But here we go. Were you angry at the Becky Lynch Bianca Belair match? So she shows up there in 26 seconds and wins the match. She goes for a handshake. She hits her in the face. Hits her finisher with the manhandle slam, and that's it. It's over. Match ends. People are screaming online at, what the hell did you guys do this to this woman? You screwed her. You buried her. It became a huge thing. And I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube, like, okay, who is Bianca Belair? I don't know who this character was because I stopped watching wrestling a long time ago. So I started watching, went back on YouTube. I searched her name. Video after video after video after video. The next thing you know, I was back into it, hooked, just like that. And that's how I got back into it. So after like a 10-year hiatus, I was out of it, and then I was on Twitter, and everybody was screaming about something online. I was like, what are they talking about? And I found out it was this, and I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube, and the rest is history. So so if it wasn't for this awful squash match, I would not be back in the WWE at all. So that's how I got back on it. I stopped watching around 2012, and this happened in 2021. So I had no idea who these characters were. So that is the reason I got back into it. Was I angry? I wasn't invested enough at the time to be angry in it. I thought it was jacked up the way they booked that. They booked her to go out there and lose like that, which was bad. Luckily, because I wasn't that invested at the time, I wasn't that angry. But a lot of people were. They were screaming, I mean, racism. This is something that the WWE has been famous for, doing stuff like this. If you Google Kofi Kingston against Brock Lesnar, he was a champion and he lost in like 7 seconds. So people thought like, oh, they just buried her and it was over for her, but actually it wasn't. They actually had a plan. They used that to build her up, and she had this like redemption story. She's now a bigger star because of it. But they didn't know that was the case. They didn't know what was going on. They just saw, oh my God, she's screwed. It's awful, horrible. Why would you do that to this woman? And it was bad at the time. But they then took that story, they made it a storyline, and she came all the way back to WrestleMania the next year and beat Becky Lynch for the title at WrestleMania. So if you ask Bianca Belair now, she'll say that 26 seconds made her a bigger star. But at the time, everybody was just pissed. But it worked out. They used that and they worked it into the storyline and became a big deal for her, and it ultimately worked out for her at the time. But at the time, it was really bad. It was bad. Who's your favorite actor/actress? That's another good question. These are questions I feel like I would have an answer if I wasn't put on the spot. But when people ask me, I'm like, I don't know. Favorite actor and let me think about that. I don't know. Who is my favorite actor or actress? Funny, the second I get off this stream, I'll have an answer. The second I close this damn stream, when I log off, that's the person I would have said, but I don't know. Could you reasonably draw similarities between a game of chess and the story of the WWE? The WWE wrestling, professional wrestling is a very interesting thing. It really is. Storytelling is typically, most of the time, it's funny because right now there's a bit of a renaissance within the WWE. They're having the best storytelling they've ever done. The Bloodline storyline is the best. They're calling it the best storyline in the history of professional wrestling. Like SmackDown, it's more a drama now. There's a lot more storytelling going on SmackDown than there is wrestling. And I like that actually. They're investing in storylines. The writers are not great. The writing is not great for the most part, but this particular storyline, the Bloodline, is very, very good. It's legitimately very, very good. And you can tell they're putting a lot of effort into it, and it's doing very well, which is why ratings are up, attendance is up. Like all the WWE events are sold out, is always sold out. So everything's sold out. They're making all this money. They're making more money than they've ever had before based off of live events and sales and merchandise. No, not so much ratings, because ratings are down across the board in general. But WWE are in a big upswing right now, and it's all because of the storytelling they're doing with the Bloodline storyline, Roman Reigns and his crew. So, but yeah, professional wrestling, the storytelling, when it's good, it's very good because it's like a play. Wrestling is like a play. It's live. You're live out there. There's no teleprompter, so you have to be good on the mic. You have to be able to have confidence on the mic. You can't stumble over your words, because if it does, everybody call it out. Oh, look, she's stumbling on her promo. You have to be sharp. You got to roll with the punches. You got to roll with the crowd. Sometimes the crowd will yell stuff out. You got to roll with it. You got to be able to adapt. It's very, very. It's the reason why professional wrestlers do very well with everything else. Everything else, like whether it's acting, whether it's any type of live events, whether it's presenting, whether it's professional wrestlers are very good at everything because they have to adapt in a live setting every single day. They're on the road all the time, so they're very good at a lot of stuff. Like they're very multifaceted. Professional wrestlers are. That's why they do well in Hollywood. They do well almost in everything you ask them to do because they have to adapt live with no teleprompter, nothing. Sometimes they have an entire 5-minute promo, like a 5-minute segment. They have to memorize. They go out there and then deliver it on the mic in front of thousands of people. It's tough. That's pretty tough. But storytelling, typically, it's not the best typically, but when it's good, it's very good and it's compelling within the match. It's like there's storytelling in terms of structuring around the matches, and there's storytelling that happens in the match. Now you can argue that the in-match storytelling is better sometimes than what's happening outside of the ring. Like the storytelling that happens within the ring can do everything for you as a viewer. So it just depends. Like it's WWE had doing stuff like this for years. To be honest, it's what stopped me from watching the John Cena and Umaga rivalry when John Cena never lost a single match. The climax between them was bad. Yeah, when it's bad, it's bad, and most of the time it's not great. But you're invested in the matches. The match quality you can have a terrible story, but the in-ring match is so good. Now, all right, I forgot how bad the storytelling was because look, damn, that match was great. Actually, it was well-structured match, very, very good. So I forgot about how bad the storytelling is. And typically, the storytelling is not great. The creative, they spend a lot of time on the top stories, and if you're lucky, one of them are really, really good. But half the time, most of the time, it's not. But the Bloodline storyline is very, very good. And you kind of hope, you cross your fingers and hope that the storytelling is good, but most of the time it's the matches make up for it. So the big match is so good. You say, all right, fine, the storyline wasn't great, but wow, that match was amazing, so I guess it's okay, right? But it's really no excuse. You should be able to tell a good, compelling story with characters that have agency and that are interesting, that lead up to a big match. But a lot of the time it doesn't really happen, unfortunately. And then they complain, and then the IWC, what they call online wrestling community, they blame the talent instead of blaming who's really fault it is, which is the creative. The bloodline is over, yeah, but it's cool to see talking about Marvel. Yeah, the bloodline is over. So, yeah, the bloodline storyline has been going on for like 3 years. It's like Roman Reigns and his literal brothers, like not brothers, his literal relatives. Roman, the Usos, the twin brothers Usos, and then Solo Sikoa and all them. They're literally real in real life. They're related. They had this long 3-year story while they're dominating the WWE, and now finally after 3 years, the bloodline is finally collapsed, and now it's like a civil war within the bloodline. So everybody's freaking out. Oh my god, it finally happened! It finally happened! It's a big deal. I have been to not a single. I almost went to a live event, here, my city, but it didn't happen. I've not been to one single live event. Not a single one. I've not been to. Would you watch Team RWBY beat up each other in a brawl if it was a climax of Act 1? Let me make sure I understand what you're saying here. Would you watch Team RWBY beat up each other, beat each other up in a brawl if it were the climax of Act 1 of Volume 5? Would I watch it? Sure. I would need to know why they're beating each other up. Did you watch Fast 10 and Transformers Rise of the Beast? I haven't seen either of them. I'm so far behind on Fast movies. I think I've seen like 3 of them, maybe. I would definitely go. I would definitely go to a WWE event if I could, though. Do you speak any other languages? I wish. I wish I did. I wish I spoke Japanese, French, and Spanish. I know a little bit of French only because I took 3 years of French in high school, but it's gone now. Like there's certain things I know, like je ne sais pas or maintenant or stuff like that, but besides that, it's all gone. Like it's all gone. All my French is gone. I wish I still had it though. We had to be able to speak it all of the time in class to ask questions. My 3rd year, I took French 3. I had to use it a lot, but it's gone. Gone. Do you think they'll actually finish RWBY? Here's the thing about RWBY. Took 3 years of Latin. Oh man, they forced us in high school to take. I wouldn't take any language at all. We were forced to take something. I had to take something. I'll take French. Like Spanish is kind of generic. I don't want to take Spanish. I'll take French. And my French teacher she was very nice. She was a very nice lady. I keep feeling. I don't know if you guys have the same feeling, but I feel like one day they're gonna have an announcement where they say RWBY is canceled, and I'm gonna have to do a stream where I come on the stream and say, "Well, there's no more RWBY." I keep feeling that that's gonna happen. Probably because of Zaslav and everything that's going on in Warner Brothers. I feel like any day now there'll be a news dump. They'll say, "Guess what? Rooster Teeth animation has been folded into Warner Brothers animation, and there'll be 1 season left, 1 more season of RWBY, and that's it." I keep feeling that one of these days we're gonna get a huge announcement that RWBY is done in some regard, whether it be done as in canceled, or whether it be they get 1 more season to wrap up everything, 1 more season, wrap it all up. I keep feeling one of these days is gonna happen. I don't know why I feel that it's gonna happen. That's gonna be the case, but I just feel that one of these days we're gonna get the ultimate news. Took Portuguese 1 and 2 during my freshman year. Took Latin 1 and 2, Latin 3 in my junior year. Yeah, they want you to be they want us to be cultured in high school apparently, but it goes one ear and it goes out the other and it's gone. If you're not keeping up with the language, like every year, it's gonna be gone. Like all my French is gone. If RWBY gets canceled, let me look. Do you think Weiss and Winter would care about their father's death? Probably yes. How much they would care, I don't know, but they would definitely care. if RWBY gets canceled, it will continue a reboot as a comic because they already have a foot in that door. That makes sense. They can continue it as a comic book in some form or fashion. I would be more surprised if they actually continued at this point. I high key feel like they'll end it at either one of the crossovers. That'll be rough for RWBY fans if they did that one. That would be very rough. I think we'll get another. I think season 10 will happen. I think we'll get volume 10. After that, I'm not sure, but I think we'll get volume 10 for sure. How much after that? I don't know. I don't know. Coincidentally, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and RWBY Justice League are getting a part 2. Yeah, and it's about multiverse. That's true. Cool, dude. That is something to think about. Both of them are two-parters. Both of them are multiverse related. Multiverse is very popular right now. Popular with the DC universe, popular with the MCU, popular everywhere. It's all around the internet right now. Multiverse stories. We'll see how if them are any good. RWBY Volume 9 seems to have done well for Crunchyroll in terms of metrics and reviews. Rooster Teeth purposely bringing the franchise to Crunchyroll's platform. I can't see it anytime soon. That's a fair point. The Crunchyroll move changes things for RWBY for sure. If it did well, I don't know how well it did at Crunchyroll. If it did well, then I don't see why it wouldn't continue. Like I said, I think we'll get at least volume 10. For some reason, I just have I guess because I think because of Zaslav, all the movies he's making at all the movies he's making at Warner Brothers. I have a feeling that he would have something to say about Rooster Teeth, but so far Rooster Teeth has been able to avoid Zaslav's wrath. So we'll see how. I think they may be safe. Maybe Rooster Teeth is safe from old Zavs. What's your opinion on the movie Justice League crossover movie? I did a whole stream on that. Yeah, I thought it was I didn't love it. I thought it was fine. Didn't hate it, didn't love it. Had a whole lot to say about it. I can't remember what I did a whole stream about it. I can barely remember what I said about the damn movie. That's telling. Yeah, ultimately I just thought it was kind of meh. I think I would prefer to get RWBY Volume 9 on time than get that film. Yeah, I don't think that film was worth me not getting Volume 9 earlier. I don't think that film was worth it. I don't think that film will give them any type of buzz or any type of actual crossover energy. Like, I don't think any DC fans are going to see that and say, oh yeah, I'm going to go watch RWBY. Some will. I'm sure there's some fragment of fans it'll affect, but not much. That crossover film was it was all right. It was just all right. I don't remember much about it, honestly. But it was forgettable for the most part. Pretty forgettable. The sheer quality disparity between Spider-Verse and Justice League. Yeah, that's not even fair. It's not even fair. Across the Spider-Verse might be the best animated movie I've ever seen. Justice League movie was probably shouldn't have been made. So I'm curious as to when Volume 10 gets announced and who's actually working on it. Rooster Teeth animation feels fully defunct at the moment. Yeah, that's why I was thinking that since most of the crew were there since the Beacon arc. Yeah, that's why I was thinking that maybe instead of hiring them back, they might just fold Rooster Teeth animation into Warner Brothers Animation and have it be one studio. Considering all the animators are gone, or at least the ones where the contract ended, they weren't renewed. But we'll see. How were you able to watch past season 4? It's out halfway through. Season 4 of what? season 4 of RWBY or some other show? I don't know what you're talking about. Creator. It's the combo. It's the combo of a Zaslav, Rooster Teeth slowly crumbling within the staff exodus, the lack of Volume 10 green light, and a few other things that have me basically wanting for the end. Those things don't make me want for the end, but those things make me think the end could be near. I'm not necessarily wanting RWBY to be over, but I thought because of those things you just said, because of the freaking status of Rooster Teeth animation and Zaslav and all that, I thought it would be a perfect storm for Rooster Teeth to be like, maybe the animation studio to be folded into Warner Brothers Animation. And I thought that the crossover between Justice League and RWBY was a step in that direction. Once you have Rooster Teeth folks talking to Warner Brothers Animation folks, and there's a bridge being made there, I thought that ultimately they would then fold them in. But I have no reason to believe that will happen. Rooster Teeth may stay as his own thing. We'll see. Yeah, they should have used Gamer 5. They should have used Teen Titans, but the Teen Titans is not a popular IP. Or at least it's not as popular as the Justice League. So they used the popular IP, which I understand creatively. But no, I understand business-wise. Creatively, they should have used the Justice League. But those characters are not as popular as the IP of the Justice League, so I get it. Least favorite character on the good side. Are you talking about the good side of the show RWBY? Probably. I think I may have already tweeted this. Blake is now the worst character in RWBY, or the worst character of Team RWBY. For the longest time was Yang. Now it's back to being Blake because they're giving the character nothing. Blake is getting absolutely nothing as a character. She is the most bland, boring character in Team RWBY right now. She's got nothing going for her. Even when RWBY told her to shut up in Volume 9, I'm like, yeah, Blake, you kind of need to shut up. You're not doing nothing. You're not giving anything to the story. You're not giving anything to the character dynamics here. You're just saying like the most bland, generic stuff. Blake is boring as shit right now. I'm not even being. I'm not trying to be funny. Or Blake is bad. Like she's doing nothing right now. Yang is bad, but at least she's giving more character work here. Blake is doing nothing. Blake is nothing right. Once they got rid of the fondest storyline in the White Fang stuff, they've given Blake nothing. He's a nothing character right now. Nothing. How long will it be until Static Shock gets his own movie? I don't know how I feel about a Warner Brothers live action Static Shock movie. Oh boy, that scares me. Thoughts on the Bumblebee OnlyFans? This is how much I'm out of the RWBY fandom. I have no idea what you're talking about. There's a Bumblebee OnlyFans, and what the hell is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. No clue what you are talking about. That sounds cringy. Bumblebee OnlyFans. I don't know what that is. Did I know what that is? I'm kind of scared to ask. I'm kind of afraid to know what that is. Blake is a character to be shipping, and that's it. Yeah, she's a one half of a ship. That's what she is right now. Do you love Spy and Family? I don't know what that is. Did I know what that is? Guys, I don't know shit. I don't know shit right now. I'm so out of the loop. I am so not knowing anything right now about nothing. I don't know shit. I'm so far out of the RWBY fandom. I'm so far out of every fandom. I have no idea what is going on out there in the real world or online. Not in the real world, but online. Adam Torres was my favorite character until creators ruined him. When was he good, though? I mean, well, I guess I know what you mean. I'm guessing you mean volume 5. What did he do in Volume 5 again? There was something he did in Volume 5 was very embarrassing. When he tried to attack Blake. Yeah, that was very bad. The attack on the attack on freaking Mistral. I just turned off for no reason. That J. Cole shirt? Maybe. This is I know it's a Black Panther King shirt. Was this J. Cole? I'm not sure. I don't know where the inspiration came from. It may be a Jake inspired Black Panther. Black Panther. I just know it's Black Panther with a king on it, with the king wearing a king crown. If I have no idea what the Bumblebee only, I don't know what that is. Oh, you didn't even see the Black. Oh. No, it's Black Panther. Um, he did something embarrassing. Then he try to. Then he try. Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna pull it up right here. What did he do in Volume 5 that was very embarrassing? Like the end. It was. I want to say. 15? Was it? What, no, Blake said something like. Oh, that remember that line when Blake said, "I got more important things to deal with." That one would piss me off. I remember I had a whole rant about that one. Really, you have more important things to deal with. The whole entire damn series you've been talking about this dude. He's been your entire existence in terms of trauma, in terms of all this stuff with Adam. And you're talking about I got more important things to do. Maybe she's just saying it to piss him off. Maybe then he does this thing where he no, not something else. Was it the previous episode? I think it was episode 13. That's what it was. Episode 13. He tries to swing at her, right, with the knife. He misses. I've it's been so long since I watched Volume 5. I've tried to block that out. What happens? What did he say? Something. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, yeah. I remember now. I remember now. The double axe handle punch. I remember now. Oh, man. That's funny, man. That is funny. Double axe handle punch. Oh, man. That's funny. That is hilarious. Okay. That's what it was. I can't remember what happened. That's funny. Okay. That's what it was. You guys remember that? Double X handle punch? I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that thing. I need to figure out what's wrong. Why it's doing that. Yeah, the double axe handle punch. This thing was ultimate attack. Oh yeah, this was it. He dodged his attack and hit him with the double axe handle punch. Yeah, this thing was a this thing is it was am I muted? Oh, testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, okay. Am I muted? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm good. We're good. But yeah, I don't know. The reason why I don't remember anything from Volume 5 is because every once in a while I'll watch reactions from people who are uploading reactions to Volume 4, 6, 7, 1, 2. The only season or volume that I refuse to watch reaction videos for is Volume 5. It's been a while since I watched some of these scenes. Every time somebody reacts to Volume 5 or whatever, I just don't watch it ever. It's been a while. So I completely forgot that she hit him with the... I completely forgot about the double axle. That was just so... Oh my goodness. Reason why I think everyone needs to accept that Volume 5 was bad. Even like the most powerful, most entrenched tribalist RWBY fan, even they have to admit that Volume 5 was bad in hindsight because the writers have acknowledged it. They came out after Volume 5 and said, oh, we need to step our game up. We need to make all these changes. And you saw that with Volume 6, where they felt that they had to save the show in the sense that they knew that they had messed up. They knew that they had the characters in the freaking house for a very long time. They knew that the action sequences and the writing and the just didn't work out. It just wasn't good. Which is why in Volume 6 we got everything. We got Neo came back, gave us the Silver Eyes, gave us Penny. Penny was supposed to come back in Volume 6. They gave us Penny in Volume 7, but she was supposed to come back in the finale of Volume 6. They gave us the Bumblebee hand thing when they stared at the camera. They gave us a lot in Volume 6 because they were scared of the backlash of Volume 5. And they've admitted this, that Volume 5 wasn't good. So it's just, it is what it is. My thing is, if they were going to make Blake take him down like that, they could have made him look cooler. Yeah, they could have made, yeah, sure. They could have made it look cooler. That's a motto for almost everything, but RWBY in particular, yeah, could have been cooler. It was RWBY and power scaling. It's very inconsistent, right? Let me tell you what they should have done. They should have kept, in order to make the Volume 3 scene where Adam cuts off Yang's arm and the way he dispatches of Blake, they should have kept Adam strong. In the sense that he was almost on the level of a Crow and a Tyrion. That should have been Adam's level. He should have stayed there. And maybe eventually, over time, after you have a proper increase of power or proper training, then maybe then you have a scene down the line where Blake and Yang can hold their own, maybe. But he should have been on the level of a Crow and a Tyrion. That's what he should have done with him. And how you deal with that later, that's I don't you can think about that later. I don't know, but that should have been his power level. But they seem to be wishy-washy on that. and it became something in something else. Like I don't really know how strong Adam is now. I really don't. I'm not entirely sure how strong that man is. But it should have kept him high. That's just my opinion. I love like how when Salem shows up, he gets beat up immediately and leaves BWL. What is BWL? What is BWL? Blake Weiss. Oh yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on my Oh wait, I missed some. I'm looking at the stream elements because it's bigger, but it fades away very quickly. So let's see. Let's probably change that so it doesn't do that. They gave us Adam's face reveal too. Oh yeah. They did that. They did give us that. Look up J. Cole's Thinner cover album. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. I see. I see. I see. I see now. I see why you thought that's what it was. Those of you, I am seeing that. One of these days, I might switch to. I probably won't. I like Streamlabs. Thinking about one day switching to maybe StreamYards, but I don't know yet. StreamYards you have to pay. This is cards. You gotta pay like I want to say like $50 for 1080p. What's up with that? Ridiculous. Like who does that? Like, why do you have to pay this day and age? This day and age, there's no way in hell you should be paying $50. Let me see somewhere. StreamYards, live streaming, product, pricing. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look. 1080p, full 1080p, $40 a month. You should be getting 1080p for 200, if not free. This is 2023, and there's no reason why the basic plan should not have 1080p. No reason. There is no reason why it shouldn't have 1080p. Like OBS Studio is better than Streamlabs. I have OBS Studios, but I'm not using it for whatever reason. I have Streamlabs, OBS Streamlabs. But yeah, there's no reason why you should be paying $40 for 1080p. I like how interactive StreamYards is. You can bring people in, you can pull up comments. I like that, but $40 for 1080p is ridiculous. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, I tell you. What was I saying right before that? I forgot what I was talking about. You like Transformers? I like Transformers growing up. I haven't seen. I like the first Transformers movie, but that's about it. Have you played any games lately? I'm currently playing. Currently playing, as in every time I get a damn chance, which is not often. I recently started playing God of War, but I'm not playing it with any real consistency. Hey, Murder. Arno, if you're listening, what are your thoughts on the whole Twitch situation? I mean, I hate Twitch already, but you're a Twitch streamer. What are your thoughts on Twitch and this whole controversy, and how they have a bunch of creators leaving Twitch, heading to Kick? I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Twitch and moving to Kick, and the split 70, like 90-10 or 95-5, whereas Twitch's split is 50-50. And there's a lot of momentum around saying F you, Twitch, and moving to Kick. So what are your thoughts on that? Because you're I'll tell you, you're more a Twitch streamer than a YouTuber now. Is that fair to say? You're more of a Twitch guy than a YouTuber. What are your thoughts on Twitch and Kick? Which version of Superman did you like? I like the Justice League animation. The Justice League animated series. Back in the day. Here we go. Right here. This right. What I watched. Oh. This is what I watched back in the day. The OG stuff. Any thoughts on new Marvel's Superman, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 on PCS5? No thoughts on that. I think I'm done with Spider-Man games. I think I played the started playing the one with Miles Morales, and I didn't go back to it. So I think I might be done with it. Twitch has lost their edge. Twitch is also bleeding Amazon money. As a result, creators can't make any money as their platforms. Kick 95.5. Yep, that's what I heard about Kick split 95.5. It was also funded by Kino's in sporting betting. Okay, it's a super complicated situation, but I think having brand loyalty is stupid in the world of online content creation. I agree. This whole tribalism is dumb. You go where it worked for you, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. You go for what works for you. Like, it's Twitch is getting on your damn nerves. Don't trust what they're doing. You don't like all the damn ads you have now on Twitch, and you move to Kick and you see how it goes. Kick, they had a shutdown. The whole damn website had shut down because they had a big wave of creators, a big wave of content heading over to Kick. They had to like temporarily cut it down. But now I think it's back up now. But there's a lot of positive momentum around Kick for certain creators. See how long that lasts. We'll see how long that lasts. A lot of positive momentum around good. Mr. Beast follows Kick. Look at this. Look at this. Kick, Twitch, signups. I mean, they got a lot of positive momentum. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. XQZ. Yeah, that's the XQC. That's the guy. Yeah, that's the person that shut down his Arrival. Here it is. His Arrival shut it down, like the website. I have no idea who this guy is, but huge. $100 million deal with Kick. Jeez. Some people just got it. $100 million deal. Crazy. Yeah, we'll see how this goes for Kick. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. First, I thought Kick was the other Kick that was KIK, but it's a completely different thing. All this attention is also going to have a lot of eyes on them because people are streaming full ass movies and shit on there. And it's the same as Twitch when it started out, though. Gotta straighten up. Yeah, it's kind of a free for all over there for now, but ultimately, the more popular it gets, the more there are people over there like streaming like entire movies and television shows and WWE and wrestling. You know? Ultimately, they have to cut it out. But we'll see how that. Problem with doing it the way I'm doing it right now. I gotta keep in mind that I'm using this screen to show you guys stuff. I'm doing a video capture of the entire screen. So if I do this, I'm gonna stream, like if I go to stream elements, now you see it's the stream elements. It's doubled up. Is 2 streams on the screen. When Kick became a thing out of nowhere, I had no idea where it came from. But it's legitimately, it's legitimate competition now. They're scooping up Twitch creators, and they have a much better split. Elon Musk is following them. All of a sudden, lots of stuff going on right now. Kick, they are loving this bad press for Twitch right now. They are capitalizing on it big time. Stuff like this interests me. Oh, let me explain something to you. Another reason why this point just popped in my head. But seriously, I think the next year of live streaming will be interesting because Twitch can't really respond to this. People are talking more and more about Twitch switching, doing both for revenue. Yep. I know one Twitch creator. He started off on YouTube, went to Twitch. Now he's streaming on YouTube and Kick, and it has abandoned his Twitch because of what happened, because of the controversy. I've heard of Helluva Boss. Yes, I've heard of it. Never watched it. Oh, another thing. So about professional wrestling. We're talking about professional wrestling before. Another reason why the company is so intriguing is not so much what's happening outside the ring or on TV, but the stuff happening behind the scenes is just as compelling as what's happening on screen. Like all of there's a lot of drama that happens in WWE, and not WWE, professional wrestling altogether, because there's a lot of it's just politicking. There's behind the scenes stuff that happens, and that is just as interesting as what's happening on screen. Like the booking decisions, like who gets the push. And by push, I mean who gets pushed to the front. So push. When someone says a push in WWE, they mean who's getting highlighted, who's getting pushed to the forefront, who's getting screen time, who's getting to be champion. Decision making in that regard is just as interesting as what's happening on screen. Like, why did the booker decide to pick her as the champion? Why are they going with him? Why is the storyline continuing? Why did they choose them to lose? Were they booked to lose? Why were they booked to win? Why are they getting the push? Why are they getting buried or put to the side? Why does this person get to have a 300-day reign while the other person gets a 20-day reign or a 30-day reign? Like, all that stuff is interesting. All the booking decisions are all compelling, and they drive narratives online even more so than what's happening on screen. Like there's like people debating and yelling at each other about the way characters are booked. Like why is my fave wrestler, why is she not getting a chance? Why is she not getting the championship? Why is her reign so short? Like all that stuff is all compelling and interesting, and trying to understand why the booker did what he did. Why are they doing this? Why are they going with this storyline? Why did they make this person lose? All that is compelling and interesting. Some of it is even more interesting than what's happening on screen. That's why professional wrestling, especially online, it's so popular and people talk about it so much, because they're debating not so much storylines as part of it, but a lot of it is what they're debating about the booker and why they're doing what they're doing. You can talk for days about that. I can talk for days about booking decisions and why things are being done, where things are heading. You can talk all day about that stuff. What are your thoughts on Logan Paul in the wrestling scene? I like it because he's good. That's the honest truth. Logan Paul is good. He's very good in the ring. He's athletic. He puts in the work. He's clearly cares about what he's doing. So that's why I like it. He's bringing eyes to WWE. So business wise, that's another thing. So what you just brought up, murder, is a topic that people talk about, and there's different narratives, there's different beliefs. Like there's some people, and it's interesting. There are some wrestlers that don't like that Logan Paul is getting a push and getting positioned in the WWE, getting screen time, and being put in positions that they feel they've worked hard on and they feel like they deserve. All that stuff is very interesting. The problem with that thought is that Logan Paul, he's bringing eyes to the product. He's going viral. Every time he's in WWE, his content goes viral. He's good. That's the thing that people don't admit. Some people don't admit. He's actually very good in the ring. He's athletic. He's talented. He has charisma. He's good in the ring. But there are people who are behind the scenes, like real life, who don't like it. Remember, Becky Lynch said that Logan Paul got a match on a big card, and her husband, Seth Rollins, who's now the champion in WWE, he wasn't getting any type of match on SummerSlam, and they were upset that why is Logan Paul, who doesn't go to the shows, he's not on the road, he's not an actual professional wrestler, why is he getting the booking decisions and the booking positions that we deserve or that other people deserve? There's a whole debate about that. So but I like Logan Paul in WWE because he's good. He's good in the ring, and he puts on good matches. Business wise, it makes sense because he's Logan Paul and he brings eyes. But there are people who don't like it, and some of the people are wrestlers themselves. But I like it. I like that he's in it because he's good. He's very good, and sometimes, honestly, he's better than some of the professional wrestlers that are out there now. He's that good. He's that talented. It's crazy. What is the best thing to put on a sandwich? I don't eat mayonnaise that much, but probably mayonnaise. Mayonnaise with some good vegetables, good meat on there. It's yeah, some maybe mayo. I'll say mayo. Do you play any of the Zelda games? Unfortunately, I do not. I used to play Zelda. I used to play Zelda back in the day, but no, I haven't played anything recently. What's your favorite Batman movie? The Dark Knight, I think. We'll go with that. The Dark Knight. Funny because no, actually Triple H, who is actually aka Paul Levesque, actually Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, he said in an interview that Logan Paul is out there performing better than some of the people in the back. So he's like, I know some of the people are complaining about Logan Paul being out here, but he's out there putting on better performances than some of the people who are wrestling. I can't say that he's wrong, because Logan Paul is doing very well. Goes out there. His match with Roman Reigns was great. I think because this is on YouTube, I can. Where's the frog splash? Where's the frog? Here it is. I think because this is YouTube, I can show. Second, here is all frog splash. I mean, this kid is athletic as hell. Super athletic, super talented in the ring. I mean, put on a hell of a performance out there. And I can't hate on him. I just can't. Because he's putting in the work. He's putting in the work. He's taking the bumps. He's like clearly cares about what he's doing. Do I like SpongeBob? Yes, I do. Have I watched SpongeBob in a long time? I have not. But I am a fan of SpongeBob. How do you feel about comic books dying? Is it dying? I know they've been saying it's been dying for a long time now, so I'm not a comic book reader. Comic books, let me tell you why comic books will never truly die. As long as the movie theater, I don't want to say this. As long as comic book movies are relevant and well watched, they're going to be pulling from comic book stories all the time. So Disney and people of that nature, Disney, Warner Brothers, they're going to be investing in comic books to a certain extent, because a lot of stories they're pulling from that. So I don't think comic books are in any danger of being gone, but I could be wrong about that. I'll see you later. Birthday fruitcake. Guy's the entertainer. I agree though. I saw one clip when other guy jumped from the side ropes and clapped. Oh yeah. Him and that was crazy. Him and Logan Paul and Ricochet. They had that crazy. They had a crazy scene moment where and this is on YouTube, so you shouldn't have a problem with this. Logan Paul and Ricochet squaring up against each other. This. Boom. That's crazy. This dude has no professional wrestling background at all. He's jumping on the ropes, springboarding. This is, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, and the crowd appreciates it. That is not easy to be doing that. That's not easy. You like Dragon Ball? I was a big Dragon Ball Z guy growing up, but I don't know how much of a fan I am today. That's a good question. How do I feel about Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball today? I want to say I still like it. but I haven't really been invested in that at all. Was there an anime that made you cry? I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was. If I remember it off the top of my head, no. But I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I have. Nothing comes to mind straight away, but I know I have. For sure. Paul might force other wrestlers to get good. Yeah, they gotta step the game up. When you're that talented, you pick. Some people just pick up stuff very fast. Some people just adapt very fast. I mean, Logan Paul is one of those people. He's a supremely gifted athlete. Some people just pick up stuff. If you're a good athlete and you're an entertainer like he is, professional wrestling is perfect for him. It's perfect. It's perfect for him. He's a great athlete. He knows how to entertain. He knows how to put on a show. And he can play a good heel. So it's perfect for him. Do you expect RWBY and Yang to meet Summer? To meet Summer, as in Summer is still alive? That's a damn good question. Will they meet? I don't know. I want to say. I hope that Summer. I hope that Summer is dead. I want to say no, but knowing these writers, it's a good chance that she'll still be alive. But I want to say no because I want her to not be alive. I think if Summer Rose was still alive, that's a step too far. I think that is not the right way to go, so I'm gonna say no. Who's the worst YouTuber you've seen? Oh, I don't know. Putting the bad ones out there. Probably the ones that spend all their time coming up with controversy that they don't actually believe, but they know will get clicks. So they talk about it and get people riled up to get views. All those people. All those people are the worst. Do you have a favorite RWBY reactor? Oh, Murder Birds for sure. Come on. Murder of Birds. You guys know about him? Well, you don't know. He's a popular YouTuber. He's done reaction for years now. Started off with RWBY, made a name for himself with that. So you might want to check that out if you haven't seen his content before. You can try that out. Was she founded like in Volume 9? Well, like Hounded. I hope not. I hope we find out that Summer Rose went out like a G. They tried to take her alive. They tried to grab her. They tried to take her in, but she went out like a G. She died. She took some mofos out. She went out like a badass. She does not need to be any weird hound, be any weird God knows what. Just let her go out like a G. Let her go out with her head held high, fighting like a badass. And then here's the thing though, who killed her? This is a tricky one. Because we find out that Salem killed her. Then I don't know. That's a good question. Who killed Summer Rose? What's the best story-wise? Narratively, what's best for Summer Rose? Killed by Salem? I guess. I don't think I want it to be Cinder. But that would make sense for if Cinder would be the big bad of the show. Here's a question. You guys watched my my Cinder versus Salem big bad video? What are your thoughts about that? This is fresh in my mind. Salem versus Cinder who do you want to be the big bad of RWBY? Your mother. See, that's a red herring. Oh, that's a decent call. Raven did it. Mercy kill. That I could buy that. Actually, that visually I can see that happening, where Raven didn't deliver the like, she's not the reason why she had to kill her, but because she's already about to die, then maybe mercy kill makes sense. Sure, that would have to be executed well, because you don't want. Yeah, that works. That works. But who put her into position to have to be mercy killed? That's the question then. Who put her into a bad way to the point where she had to be killed by Raven? That's the question. I think Cinder should have died in Volume 5, or at least stay quiet throughout the volume so we can at least get through character development. Get enough character development for her. I think we should have got Cinder's backstory in Volume 4 when she was going through her whole when she's being merged with the Grim Arm, going through freaking being when she was being worked on by Salem, that whole process when she couldn't talk, that should have been the time where we got her backstory then. Her backstory would have been a little different for me if I were doing it, but whatever. I just don't like it. Oh. I really don't. But in terms of big bad energy, I think it's leaning more towards Cinder than Salem. I think Volume 9 screwed Salem. Yeah, she must have different goons. I agree. I agree. So it would have been Salem or someone else. I wonder how long. When did. No, that's too far back. It would have been different. It definitely was different goons. But yeah, I think it has to be Cinder. Narratively, leading her away. She's the one that's always. When Cinder is around, danger can happen. When Cinder is around, people get hurt. When Cinder's around, people actually die. So she's got to be. Her death has got to be a big deal. At this point, she's done too much. Killed Penny basically twice. Killed Pyrrha. He impaled Weiss. He messed up Winter a little bit. She sliced up Winter pretty good. Like, she is the danger. Cinder is the danger. She's the one that actually does stuff that causes pain for Team RWBY. You gotta last to the end. You got to be the last. I can't see a scenario where they kill Cinder, then they have to go take care of Salem. That doesn't work now. It doesn't work for me now. She has to be the last one. Cinder has to be the last one that they take out. You gotta be the last one that they deal with. At this point. It's gotta be Cinder. You gotta be the last one. I think there's a scenario where they deal with Salem. They can actually get rid of a Salem's grim abilities, I believe. That's not something that God's granted. That's something that she did to herself accidentally. I think there's a storyline where Salem is freed from her grim abilities, which she's no longer grim infested. She's a regular human being that's immortal, and then they can deal with her that way. Then they can reason with her, and then she can actually think, not just want to have destruction all around her. I think there's this storyline where they can actually separate the Grim from Salem. And once they do that, then it's all Cinder. Once they do that, I think they can reason with Salem to a certain extent. Right now, she just wants total destruction because she wants to die. That's what she wants. But she can't see past her, can't see a scenario where she doesn't destroy and take over and conquer because she has the Grim stuff in her. So if you reverse that somehow, then you just get the angry woman who wanted to save her husband and hates the gods. Then you can deal with that woman, and then that sets up Cinder to be the big bad of the show. You like Godzilla? I agree with your thoughts on Cinder. Cinder is the biggest bad. Yeah, I heard some good stuff about Red versus Blue. I can never get into it. I think I watched like the first couple episodes. It's like a comedy, and I know it becomes something else. But yeah, I've never got into it. I always watched like the first 2-3 episodes, and I never got past that. Salem didn't do anything for 9 volumes straight. I just don't think they can build her up anymore. I think it's done. I mean, think about what we've gotten. Think about what we've gotten. We got the interaction with the heroes. So that big moment that we're waiting for since Volume 3 ended. The big moment when Salem interacts with the heroes has happened. It's happened, right? She went up against Yang, Emerald. They survived. They felt her power. They felt her danger, right? Hazel stepped in. They took her out temporarily. So that scene happened. We got the big moment. Salem still hasn't come into contact with RWBY. Sure. Was Blake there? I don't think Blake was there. Could be wrong. So there's still characters that she had to come in contact with, but we still seen her go up against Yang and certain people. So now you can't really unsee that. So that's been done. You can't die. We get it. Like, what more do you need to see there? You need to see her talk about Summer Rose, maybe? Want to hear how she dealt with Summer? You want to see RWBY and Salem have a face-to-face? Fine. But I don't think Big Bad is in her future anymore. I think they have to pivot. I think it needs to be Cinder. I just think it needs to be Cinder. Salem can do her thing with Ospen, but ultimately she wants to die. So I mean, how villainous can she be in the end? She's more interesting for sure, more compelling character, but she needs to kill someone next time. Sure. My theory about it should have happened though. It should have happened. It's got to be Cinder now. It's got to be Cinder because my whole thing. I remember I put out a video about the big bad of RWBY, and I said that what they needed to do to establish Salem as the big bad is that she had to come in and do more than Cinder did. The first time we saw Salem interact with our heroes, she needed to do more than what Cinder did. And what's the worst that Cinder did? Kill Pyrrha, basically. So Salem needed to kill at least one person, maybe two. I said half the cast to establish that she was the big bad, the big honcho. And they went the exact opposite. They made her come in and say, I'm going to do it myself. And she gets taken out. And then Cinder does it. What are they saying? The volume where Salem was supposed to do it herself was Cinder's volume by design. So what are you saying about the dynamic here? Is Cinder the big bad? Because if she is, then Salem doesn't need to kill anyone. Because Salem might be getting some type of redemption arc. Maybe Salem's the one that's getting the redemption arc. And then Cinder is the one that saves the big bad. I don't know. But they had to do it the first time. First impressions are huge. They had to do it the first time and they chose not to. And the question is why? Why did you choose for Salem not to kill anyone? Is it because she's not the end game? Is it because she's in line for a redemption arc? If we see Salem kill someone on screen, will it be too much for the viewer to then turn around and say, oh, okay, I accept this redemption arc for Salem? Because Cinder has killed people on screen. And ultimately, if you want to know if a character is going to die, Did they kill someone on screen? It's the biggest giveaway. When a character kills someone on screen, it is the biggest death flag for the villain. Because usually the writer doesn't want to justify writing a scenario or writing a scene or writing a story where you can have the viewer see a person full on kill someone, then here's the redemption arc. Usually the person has to die. Look at Darth Vader. Killed a whole bunch of people. He had a turn and then he died, right? You name it. Ultimately, when someone kills somebody on screen, it's a red flag that person will die. Cinder murdered Pyrrha in cold blood. Cinder will die. The character will die. She's gonna die. Question is how and when and where. I think it might be the end of the show, the last finale, the last episode. Maybe she's the big bad that they had to finally kill off. I really felt like they're setting up two versus Uno moment. Salem and Cinder are trying to outplay each other. I see what you're saying. I think it's very possible that Salem knows that Cinder is lying. In fact, I think she does know, probably. If I had to guess, she knows. At the end of Volume 8, she says a bald-faced lie. Salem's like, okay. I think she knows she's lying. Or at least suspects that she is. I think they both think they have the upper hand. Cinder thinks she has the upper hand on Salem. Salem thinks she has the upper hand on Cinder. They're gonna clash eventually. Probably should have happened a long time ago. But I definitely do think that they both think that they're in control of the situation. They both think that they're manipulating the other. Or at the very least, they both think that they are at the top of the power dynamic. Cinder is buying her time. She does not respect Salem. Did not care about Salem. I think she hates Salem. Honestly, she's using her to get power. That's the arrangement. I'll work for you. I'll give you power. You give me power, and then that's the relationship. It will go as long as Cinder feels that she can get stronger. As long as she feels that she can continue to get stronger under Salem, she'll stay. The second she feels like there's a chance that she can wiggle herself from what's under Salem, she's gonna do it. She just can't because right now it's that damn Grim Arm. She gotta do something about that. That's why I think that either Salem her Grim powers being removed from her somehow is what's gonna be the turning point. That'll be Salem's last moment to control Cinder, and Cinder will say, "Okay, here's my time to make my move. You can't control me anymore, and I am now going to step out from behind under you and do my own thing." That's the only way it's going to happen. Do you think Cinder will take Raven's power in the future? Yeah, I think it will happen. Yes, I think because Cinder lost her fight with Raven the first time, the next time they clash, Cinder will win, and I think Cinder will get that power out of Raven. Whether that kills Raven, I don't know, but Cinder needs to level up, right? Because she lost her fight against Raven. You can't let that happen again. Storytelling wise, you can't let that happen again. She has to get the jump on Raven next time. And once she does that, then she'll be able to take out Winter. I think Cinder will get, if not all of the power, but most of the maiden power. I think she might get them all. Which will still mean she's not that strong because here. If Cinder becomes a full power maiden, then Salem will no longer have the power to kill her. Here's the thing about maiden power. You gotta tell me if you agree with this. The maiden power is Ozma's power, or Ospin's magic. Agree? We agree? The maiden power is segments of Ospin's magic. That's all it is. But the way it's being depicted makes you think that it's something else, but it's not. The maiden power is Osmond's magic. That's all it is. Nothing more than that. There's nothing mystical about it. Nothing from the gods. There's nothing more than that. I think that was a mistake from the original idea. That should not have been the case. The maiden power is ultimately just Osmond's magic. So you have Salem, who has magic. You got Osmond, who has magic. And Cinder has less than a fourth. We can confirm that. We don't know how much magic that Osmond had originally that he may have lost before he split up his power. We know for a fact, we can estimate for a fact it's less than 4%. So we have Salem has her magic. Then every maiden has a fourth that's being conservative. A fourth of Osmond's magic. That's all it really is. I think that was a mistake. I think the maiden should have been something else. That way, when you stack up the maiden power, it makes more sense for that to then oppose Salem or go against Salem in terms of power level. But I guess you can argue that Ozma or Osmond, or whoever you want to call him, was already strong, was much stronger than Salem to begin with. Which is why the maiden power, when all stacked up, can then challenge Salem, who just has, you know what I'm saying? See where I have the issue here? The maiden power is just Osmond's magic. So you stack up all of Osmond's magic, and then she tries to take on Salem. Well, Salem still has her magic and the Grim power. Unless you want to argue that Ozma was so much stronger than Salem to begin with. There was a power gap. So when she stacks up all that power, she's then now much stronger than Salem, because Ozma's magic in totality was much more powerful than Salem's. It's kind of weird, because really Salem's magic and the maiden power should look the same, but it's not depicted that way. Cinder shows off her power in a way that looks epic and huge, but ultimately it's just Osmond's magic. So Salem can do everything. Salem can do everything that Cinder can do already in terms of magic. I don't like it. The maiden power should have been something else beyond Osmond's magic. It should have been something separate from Osmond's magic. It should have been something more mysterious, something more mystical, something more important than just, hey, I'm Osmond. I'm going to separate my magic into 4. And now she's not going to stack Osmond's magic. I just think it should have been something else. Yeah, all of it comes from the gods. Correct. Yeah. However you slice it, murder. Salem can't die. So funny, because Salem fought Osmond back in the day when their kids died, right? So you could argue that their power levels are similar, but no, not necessarily. What could have been happening is Salem could be much weaker than Osmond, but because she can't die, like I said on Twitter not too long ago, she's relentless. So even if Osmond can't kill her. So even if he could, he could be much stronger than her, but the problem is she's just going to keep coming. So eventually she kills him. So that could explain why he was so much stronger than her, but still died. But then that which would also mean that she should probably kill Cinder, because she's going to keep coming, right? Yeah, I think what needs to happen, if Cinder is going to fight Salem, what needs to happen is they need to remove her grim powers, but she's just her immortal self. And then Cinder would have to then stack up the maiden power and then go toe to toe with her, but she still can't kill her. She'll just be able to fight her, but not kill her. It's interesting. Salem doesn't have to get a new body. She has her own. I agree. She doesn't have to. Salem never lost her body. Ozma did. Must be talking to someone. Stream, because body. They're gonna retcon it. Pritza, what? That's how you put. I forgot how you pronounce her name. What Salem could have been. Old lady. We've seen a full realized maiden power, or maiden in volume 7. And she could be a god. Okay. Then all people back in the day were gods, right? Basically. Because that's the part where I can't kind of hone in on. The maiden power is just Ospen's power broken into 4. So all the people were gods back in the day, basically. All of the people back in the day that had magic were gods, basically. Which is why Salem should be showing off more power than she is now. More variety. Like, Ospen turned Raven, Crow into literal ravens. Gave them the power to change into birds. Salem can do the same. Right? She is also a magic wielder. She also has magic. She can do the same. But they're not really showing that per se. Like, Salem should be OP. She should be OP. She has the Grim power and the Maiden power. But then she gets grabbed by Hazel? This is the part where I'm like, help me understand this, guys. Help me understand this. This is the problem with the writing and the storytelling and the power scaling. Do you guys think, and be honest with me, do you guys think that Hazel would have done, not based off what you know, but what sense do you get? What sense do you get? You get the sense that Hazel could have did the same thing she did to Salem to Cinder, the way the characters are portrayed. The way Cinder is portrayed, you would not think that Hazel would be able to grab her like she did Salem and hold her down. But it would have to be because Cinder has a fourth of the magic Ospen had, and Salem had the her grim power and the magic. So Hazel we should have an easier time dealing with Cinder, but that's not the sense you get. The way Cinder and her power is portrayed, you would think that she wouldn't even, like, Hazel wouldn't even be able to get near her. You would think. The maiden power, the way the maiden power and Salem power is depicted is different, but it shouldn't be because it's all from the same source. It's all the same magic. It's all the same. But Salem, the maiden are shown to be super OP, but it's just a fourth of Ospen's magic, which means Salem should be just as strong, if not stronger, than the average maiden, which means Salem should not have been able to be grabbed by Hazel. You could just blast him away the same way Cinder does with her maiden power. It just doesn't equate. This doesn't match up the same way, and it's kind of bothering me. Salem should have blocked Ironwood's nuke. Also, Cinder would have bodied Hazel for sure. That's what I'm saying. You get the sense that Cinder would have. Well, then, okay, here's the argument. Okay, now I'm playing. Let me play devil's advocate. Cinder is a trained fighter, right? She has skill. Salem is not a trained fighter because she can't die. So there's no point to dodge attacks. There's no point to train. I can't die. I'm gonna I'm gonna stand the test of time. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm relentless. Can't defeat me because I can't die. I don't need to dodge attacks. I don't need to train. I don't need to hone my skills. I'm just gonna keep coming, which is fair argument. That's fair. Headcanon that Salem created the honest because it was just her and animals in the world after the gods left. It would help with her loneliness and work towards dividing humanity with honest equality. Salem has the power to create Faunus. That's one hell of a headcanon, my friend. That's one hell of a headcanon. If she can do that, here's the problem with that one. He has the desire for pure destruction. So if she would have did that, If she could find a way to do that before she turned to the Grim Lady. But if that's the case, then everybody could have done that because she's no more. Her magic is no more special than anyone else's. So everyone at that time could have had the power to create a life in that regard because she's just a regular magic user, just like everyone else. Yeah, that's an interesting headcanon you got there. Were you down with her fucking up aura bullshit? What? Were you down with your fucked up aura bullshit? Where are you down? Okay, not where you. Where are you down with your fucked up aura? Okay. I hope Winter doesn't get killed by Cinder, but I see that happening. I can see it happening too. Yeah, she might die. If that happens, then she needs to be the big bad for sure. If she kills Winter, then kill Pyrrha, kill Winter. God forbid we find out she killed Summer. How old would she be if Summer? How old would she be if it was Summer? Who she killed? She'd be a kid. I don't like that. Nah, don't do that. Hate it. Hate it. Hate it. Don't do it. Cinder did not kill Summer. I take it back. Don't ignore me. Get it. I didn't say that. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Oh, Winter doesn't get killed by. Oh yeah. I hope that's not. Yeah, but Cinder is too young to have killed Summer anyway. That'd be weird. There's no such thing as magic, guys. What's the worst wrestling match you've seen? Oh, I don't know, man. It's a lot of bad wrestling. Probably something in AEW. Don't let them say it. Don't let them hear me say that one. Oh yeah, I didn't even touch on the tribalism between the WWE and AEW. That's the whole thing in itself. Big online war between the two. Tribalism does not stop there. Cinder can siphon the maiden powers with her Grimarm, but I can't see her not killing the maidens for their power. Yeah. Yeah, Cinder Raven and Swinter. If she manages to kill them both, then just yeah, she has to be the big bad at that point. She has to be the big bad for sure. Weiss also got killed by Cinder. Basically, it wasn't for Johnny Boy, she'd be dead. How did she kill Osmond? Well, she's more powerful than Osmond now because Osmond gave away most of his power. Right? Magic didn't exist, but now we know it does through the Maiden Power and Osmond in Salem. He's least favorite character in any media. Least favorite character in any. That's a hard question to answer on the spot. I'll probably say Cinder for now. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Those 2 hours, it flew by. Wow. Flew right on by. I keep forgetting there's a freaking Reddit. The Reddit, or Reddit strike or whatever they're doing. Blackout. Keep forgetting. Keep going to Reddit for stuff, and next you know, oh yeah, I forgot it's blackout. I think not ending anytime soon. Not ending anytime soon. Reddit CEO slammed protest leader, saying he'll change rules to favor, saying he'll change the rules that favor landed. What are you talking? Led by a minority of moderators and doesn't have wide support. Looks pretty wide to me, dude. Looks pretty wide to me. Whatever this is, this ended already. I'm sick and tired of going to Reddit, having Reddit say, "Sorry, bro, you're denied." Getting annoying. Getting annoying, man. Need to hurry up and deal with this. When is Volume 10 coming out? I have no idea. Probably sometime in 2020. Probably sometime in 2024. Worst written characters of all time. Another tough one. Worst anime you've seen. Worst anime you've seen. I've seen. Which anime have I watched I just hate? This sucks. I'll give you this one. I'm gonna give you a name of a popular anime that I ultimately did not like, or didn't really care for. That was Kill la Kill. I tried to watch Kill la Kill, dropped it halfway through the season. I'm like, I'm done. This is not really my speed. Not really my thing. I'll drop this. But I'll say Kill la Kill. As in a show that I don't like, an anime that's popular that I don't like, Kill la Kill. There you go. Sailor Moon. I never got into Sailor Moon, so I can't say whether it's good or not. Best and worst game you've ever played. Best game, Metal Gear Solid, PlayStation. That changed the game. Greatest game ever made, in my opinion. Best game I've ever played? Oh, I said best game. Worst game? Boy, howdy. There's been a lot of them. I'll just say the first thing that comes to mind. I'll say a popular one that I don't like. That is Death Stranding. Boy, what a disappointment. Same creator as the game of the same folks that made the game that I like. Metal Gear Solid. Same folks. Same dude. Death Stranding was a miss for me. Boring as hell. Same shit over and over and over. And it's very tedious and not that fun. Hey, Crash Bandicoot ain't bad. I grew up on Crash Bandicoot. Well, I never actually bought a game, but there's also they always had those freaking You know how back in the day when you get your PlayStation, and it'd be those two games that are like, have those two games that you get to play like the level 1 of those games, and instantly buy the whole complete game, right? I'm forgetting like what's that's called. Not a preview, but like you play like the first level. You say, all right, once it ends, that's it. Buy the game now if you want to play the whole game, right? What's that called? What's the name for that? Anyway, those little levels, Crash Bandicoot, were always entertaining. Play it for 5 minutes and be over. Demos, or yeah, demos maybe. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, demo. Yeah. Crash Bandicoot, they're always the demos for that. They're always fun. Beat the first level, it ends, and that'd be the end of it. They always throw Crash Bandicoot on for you guys for us to demo. I never actually bought the entire game. I know I'm just gonna beat it within like a day, and that'll be it. If I'm gonna buy a game, it needs to be something that I'm gonna play for a while. Because if not, I want to buy it, beat it, and be like that'd be it. So I want to at least be able to savor it for a while. Crash Bandicoot. Oh, that's a throwback. PlayStation. Bring back memories. Yeah, and then Ratchet and Clank. That's the new Crash Bandicoot basically. You have those demos for Ratchet and Clank now. That has replaced Crash Bandicoot. Ratchet and Clank. Play the first level. That's it. Now buy the game. Never bought the game. Mega Man was huge back in the day. I love Mega Man back in the day. Side scroll Mega Man games were it. Thoughts on Simpsons and Family Guy? Simpsons classic, Family Guy good. I'll place Simpsons above Family Guy every time. Those shows are still going, I believe, and I'm impressed that they're still able to go. Still great content for those shows. I don't watch them regularly, but I grew up on The Simpsons for sure. The guy is good. Call of Duty Black Ops, favorite game of all time. I played that game. I own that game. I owned Call of Duty Black Ops. I used to stay up all. I used to wake up early to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, one of the best first-person shooters ever. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the original one, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Played them religiously all the damn time, over and over and over. I got really good. I was really good in Modern Warfare 1 and 2. After that, once the original once it left Infinity War, once the Infinity War folks left, the original people left and started doing other game. I forgot the name. Once the Infinity War heads left, I started getting bad at the game. So I blame them. When they were around, they were involved, I was good. Second, Infinity War heads left, executives of once they left, I stopped being good. I stopped being good at it. So I blame them. Their fault. It's all their fault. I'm not say war, it's word. This is my jam right here. It. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Played this game religiously, like crazy. I was very good. I was good. Then Modern Warfare 2 came. I thought they stepped it up. Played that one religiously as well. This one, played it like crazy. Brings back memories. Then I think this is when the Infinity War folks left, I think. Once we got into Modern Warfare 3, this game did not hit. Like the first two did not hit. Yes, there was. It really was. This third one did not hit the same. I think because the original heads left, heads of Infinity War left. Yeah, here was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was known to be in development after a legal dispute between Infinity Ward co-founders Jason West and Vince. Activision resulted in the pair being fired from the company. There it is. This is why I believe this game did not hit the same as the others, because this changed right here. That is the reason. I did not see the live action piece trailer yet. I used to, yeah, murder. I used to wake up. I kid you not, when Modern Warfare 4 came out, well, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, these two games, Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, I used to get up, roll to the edge of the bed, pick up the controller and start playing. Whenever time I woke up, and my TV was right in front of, at the head of my bed, I used to wake up, roll to the corner, lay on my bed with my controller just like this, play instantly. The second I woke up, Modern Warfare Online, I know it was very good. Second, they left. Second we left, they left. Like when they did the Black Ops, I was not good anymore, and I blame that for why I wasn't. I don't know. Since what's the other one that had like what's that game with the futuristic stuff? Was that Modern Warfare 3? What was the game where they had like futuristic weapons? Isn't like which one was it? There was a game that had like you can like run on the walls. Which one of the Call of Duties was the one where you could like run on the wall? I was decent in that one. I skipped school the day Modern Warfare 2 came out. Yeah, it was huge, man. It was huge. Modern Warfare was killing the game. It was killing it. They were killing it, man. Infinite Warfare, that's what it was. Yeah, this is the one. I was solid in this one. I wasn't bad. But whatever reason, third one just not hit, but I was solid in this one. I used to play online with my brothers all the time. With me, my brother, my older brother, my younger brother playing in the same on the same team online. Yeah, this one wasn't bad. This one wasn't bad. But everything after this, like my older brother is still good in these games. I don't play it enough anymore. So I'm not good anymore. But with Modern Warfare 1 and 2, I was legit. When I played online, most of the time I'd be winning. You join a random group of people online, I'd be at the top every time. Winner. Most kills every time at the top with these two games. After that, wrap for me. Infinity War was okay. Didn't really get into Ghost. Didn't play any of these. Warzone. I can't really imagine what this play any of these. Zone 2. Free to play, Battle Royale, video game. Infinity War still going strong, huh? Still going. I don't know. This was dumb. I hate it when they did this. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Why are you doing why are you doing a reboot of the original Call of Duty game? That's so weird. Now people are just confused. Now when we say Modern Warfare, like, what are you talking about? Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4? Or are you talking about the latest one? Like, why did it? I hate it when they did that. Like, are they just trying to like grab onto the hype of the original Modern Warfare game? Just call it something else. Crying out loud. So weird. So weird. I'm gonna move the Yeah, so I don't know why they did that. That was always stupid. Yeah, exactly. That's what they were doing. They're trying to capitalize off the game's hype. That's exactly what they were doing. It was transparent. It was super duper transparent. Like I remember being like, "What? Why?" But yeah, never got into Halo at all. Since I already got to 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'll go another 30, and I'll end at 3 hours. At 2 hours and 31 minutes, I'll end at three. So I basically end around 5:35 Eastern time. Thoughts on Mario and Sonic? Classics, great, love them. No, 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 no. Dun, 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 dun. They just need to make Call of Duty 5. They stopped at 4, then they made all this stuff. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But some people forget that Call of Duty 4 was Modern Warfare. They should just go straight to volume to Call of Duty 5 next time. That'll that'll get some buzz. I did play the zombie one, I think. I did play that one. Wasn't it on one of the other? Wasn't it like a add-on DLCs? Favorite game from Mario? Let's do Super Mario Brothers 3. That's the one. Is that or which one? One of those side scroll games. Yeah, I think it was this one. This is probably my favorite Mario game. Play this. Grew up on this one. As far as Sonic, I don't know if it's Sonic. I will say that Escape from the City is nostalgic. Follow my rainbow. That brings some memories right there. But my favorite Sonic, I don't know. Follow me, let me. That's a banger though. That song's a banger. Absolute banger. Sonic Adventure 2. Used to play this game at my cousin's house back in the day. When did this game come out? When did Sonic Adventure 2 come out? 2012. As you see, my cousins were still big gamers at the time. Wasn't that long ago, actually. No, not 2012. 2021. That's, I was about to say, what? 2012? No. 2001. That sounds about right. Oh, man. 2012. Yeah, right. That sounds a little, that sounds too, sir. I read this right here for whatever reason. No, this is back in the day. Yeah, 21. Not 21. 2001. Platform game. Yeah, that was fun. Rolling around. So I'll say that one for now. I would play that. I would play that game just for the first level now. Just for the first level now, I'd play that. Just to play the this right here brings up so many memories right here. Right here. Escape from the City Pursuit. I'll play this right now over and over and over and over. This one level, I'd play it again and again and again. If I could. It's so nostalgic. Follow me. Let me. Trust me. Film this game from. I'll play this level right now over and over and over. Not even continue to the next one. Just play that level over and over and over. I can do it all day. Over and over, I can play that. There's also that part where the part with the car. Like, isn't that a car, a truck come up here? Let me see. If I remember this correctly. Here it is. So many memories, man. Time flies. Go, go, go. Good shit. Good shit. I play that level over and over and over. Thoughts on South Park? Never got into it. Why? I don't know. Never got into it. Same at my dad's house. Sonic was the old Sega. Greek or Norse mythology? Probably. I couldn't tell you. A while ago, Greek. You play Nintendo games? Back in the day, I did. Have play Mario Kart all the time. My whole entire family like play Mario Kart. Plays on my Mario Kart. We used to play Mario Kart on Nintendo 64. There was a night when I went to my cousin's house in Georgia. We have this thing where play multiplayer, and when someone loses, we say get off the sticks, get off the joystick, as in hand over the controller, right? And I was not losing. Whoever finishes last place has to give up the controller. And we played all night, all through the morning, and I was still winning. I still did not have to give up the sticks. Until like the last, I was getting tired. I was getting really tired. I was like super tired, like this, like playing. Finally, I got last. An entire room, my family members broke into cheers, like, "Oh, he lost! He lost! Give up the sticks!" I'm like, I'm tired, y'all. Yeah, I lost. Fine. I'm tired. I handed over and I left and went to sleep. But the entire room erupted in cheers when I finally had to give up the stick. Yeah, a lot of memories of Mario Kart as well. They were so happy when I lost. When I finished in last place. Good shit. What else did I grow up on that video game wise? Metal Gear. Dun, 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 dun. When I first played this game, I thought this was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. When I first played this, I remember like I was yesterday. Like this game right here. I first played it. I thought this was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, who has the brain capacity and the thought process and the ideas to come up with this? I thought it was incredible. Metal Gear Solid on PlayStation. I thought it was so cool. It birthed the stealth gaming, and it's a mess. It's this without this game, you don't get Last of Us. You don't get any of the stealth gaming you got now. It was just superb when it first came out. It was just I could not believe what I was watching as a kid. It was story driven as well. I just could not believe what I was witnessing. There's a scene where they have to save the oh yeah, that's that scene right there when you go talk to the president and the president dies. That freaked me out as a kid. When I was a kid, that freaked me out when the president got killed like that. What the hell happened? So good, man. So good. All right, see you later, gamer. So good, man. I'm not seeing. You play Smash Brothers? I did at one point. It was hella fun. Do you like Smash Bros? I do. Super Smash Brothers, another game I grew up on. Played that all the time. I was introduced to Snake from Smash Brawl. Okay, that was your introduction to the character. That's cool. Yeah, man. It's I'm still shocked. I am shocked. They have not done a live action Metal Gear movie. Keeps I feel like it keeps like getting like greenlit or not greenlit, but they keep doing like early production on stuff like that. Never actually happens. Metal Gear. Metal Gear Oh yeah, wasn't wait a minute, isn't Oscar Isaac starring in that thing? No, I remember. Yeah, I remember now. Like Oscar Isaac just gave away what's holding back the Metal Gear Solid movie. Oscar Isaac is confident that the Metal Gear Solid movie will release eventually, even if it's just an idea in his mind. Oh yeah, he was cast. Yeah, they cast somebody for this. Oscar Isaac. What the hell's going on? This was back in 2012. I mean 2021, 2022. Rumors of live action Metal Gear Solid movie adaptation have been floating around for a long time. Yes, it has. In 2020, Deadline reported that Oscar Isaac had been most recently, yeah, Moon Knight, blah blah blah. His hands has signed on to play Solid Snake. Yes. Not only did the movie have its star, it had its director. What the hell happened, Kojima? Unfortunately, this was the last time we heard of any progress. This movie's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, man. We will not get Solid Snake in live action. Metal Gear Solid is about the sinking feeling as you go deeper and deeper into the belly of the beast. You're further away from safety. Psychedelic military horror. Yes, that's what it is. Psycho Mantis. This is making me want to go play Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, man, they need to figure out this damn movie, man. This movie can be great or be terrible. That's every movie, right? It's not really saying much. But yeah, they need to figure that game out, man. Really do. All right, thanks for hanging out, Murder. I'll be hanging out. I'll be heading out soon too. So appreciate it. Talk to you later, man. Thoughts on Cody Rhodes' booking of late? Um, I have thoughts. Cody Rhodes will beat Roman Reigns. That's going to happen, right? That will happen. Um, they have to figure out how they're gonna get there, and because they want Cody Rhodes to earn his victory or earn his because they want Cody Rhodes to earn it, they're gonna go. He's got to go through Brock Lesnar, and they got to figure out a way to drag it along because he's not beating Roman till WrestleMania in Philly. So until that happens, they got to figure out a way to drag the story along. So his booking has been fine. He's still over as hell. The crowd loves him. He'll beat Brock Lesnar. He'll beat Dominic Mysterio at Money in the Bank. And they'll have to just figure out different ways to drag it along until Mania season. I do not want Cody Rhodes to win the Rumble. I think that'd be a mistake. They'll probably do it because that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make him the ultimate babyface champion. He'll go out there. He'll win the Royal Rumble again. But I think that's a mistake. I'd rather him win the Elimination Chamber or something. Let someone else win the Royal Rumble this year. He won it last year. No need to do back-to-back Royal Rumble victories. He'll be fine. I don't. Do I like his booking? Not really. I'm not interested in him at all right now. But they had to figure out a way to drag it until Mania season, until the Rumble. Yeah, it's okay. Best wrestling theme song. In history or right now? Right now, I'll say history. Metalingus by Alter Bridge was Edge's music. Right now, I like Asuka's old music. She changed it now, but I like her old music she had for a while. Burning around you like years away. That one. Favorite WWE headliner? Bianca Belair. She got me back into wrestling. So I'm a massive Bianca Belair fan because she got me back into it. Her storyline, when she got screwed by Becky Lynch at WrestleMania at SummerSlam 2021, the 26-second squashing is what got me back into wrestling. So she's my favorite wrestler because of that. I will always support the EST of WWE for that reason. We got 9 more minutes. Get your last questions in, guys, before it's 3 hours is up. Burning around here like is away. New Roman for sure. New Roman for sure. His heel run has been great. He's not available. He's not on TV that much because he had his contract. He doesn't have to be on TV. He has a lot of downtime, a lot of break time because of his new deal. But I would still say his new Roman, Tribal Chief, is the best. What's your favorite food? I like Chinese food. I don't eat it very much, but I like Chinese food. Asian cuisine. I love Asian. Morning. The next video I upload to this channel, it won't be RWBY related. It'll be something else. Has anyone watched Booty Chasers season 3? I don't know what that show even is. I'm out of the loop on everything, folks. Everything. I feel like playing Metal Gear all of a sudden. What's your favorite place to visit and why? I don't visit that many places. Last place I went was Jamaica. Jamaica was fun. I'll say Jamaica. I just went there. It was fun. It was fun. People were nice. It was good food, and I enjoyed myself. So I'll say Jamaica. Vietnamese food. I should try Vietnamese food. I'm sure it is. Like, I love Asian cuisine. It's really good. I don't eat it that much these days, but it's really good. I cannot wait for. Did y'all see that live action? Y'all see the Avatar stuff? The Last Airbender. Y'all see that? Was it was interesting to say the least. Look at this. Check this out. Aang, Tara, go. This to go. That's Sokka. Here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. There are some things that do not need a live action adaptation. All right, this looks fine. It looks fine. Does it look that much better from this visually right now? Does it look that much better than Night Shyamalan stuff? Not really. Now the actors are all now Asian, okay, but some things they just don't need an adaptation. Leave it alone. I'll watch this. I'll 100% watch and review this when it comes out. When it comes out to Netflix. The original creators left the project, so they're gone. They've gone to Paramount to make more Avatar content in the animation realm. So this is not. So the original creators are not touching this at all. I'm not moved by this at all. Will it be good? Maybe. I'm not. I don't care. We'll see. How often do you stream? I want to start streaming at least once a week. That's the goal. But this was just like a catch up, kind of just talk about anything. Next time it'll be more direct. I have more topics. I have specific topics that I want to talk about. Like, for example, I could have talked about this. So next time we'll be like, let's talk about the Avatar live action pictures that are out, and then we'll discuss that. But this one is kind of just a random, quick little stream to talk and catch up. But yeah, next time will be more structured stream with specific topic or topics to talk about. He looks a lot like the first guy. He looks like the first kid in the M. Night Shyamalan's thing. He looks just like him. The tattoo kind of looks fake. Looks painted on. Maybe CGI will look better. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'm being too hard on it. It looks darker toned. Looks more serious. A little bit more. It looks like the tone is definitely looks darker. Will it be good? We'll see. And this movie was good. This was a good movie. You got big ass eyebrows. What are you talking? Oh yeah, they just had bushy brows, huh? His eyebrows are huge. All right, guys, we'll leave it here with this image. All right, guys, it's about time to wrap this up. Thanks for hanging out. I need to change it so that I'll fix that for next. I don't want it to disappear. I'm gonna leave it on the screen. Instead of disappearing just gonna have it on the screen for a little. I'll figure that out. Go message permanently. There we go. That's what I'll do next time. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I will talk to you guys later and have better content for you guys next time. All right. Appreciate you guys. And I will catch you on the next stream.